Just a reminder, this video does have some spoilers for My Hero Academia Vigilantes. I do not own My Hero Academia or My Hero Academia Vigilantes, just explaining a character that I really enjoy. With that being said, enjoy the video. If you're a fan of My Hero Academia's Izuku Midoriya, you're definitely going to be a fan of the protagonist from the spin-off series titled My Hero Academia's Vigilantes. Written by Hideyuki Furuhashi and artwork by Betancourt. The main character of this story is named Koichi Haimawari. He's a 19-year-old college student who lives by himself in a small shack that he could afford by working part-time at a small convenience store. And when Koichi isn't working or in class, he takes the streets with his All Might themed hoodie and a mask, and he turns into Mr. Nice Guy. Unlike Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia, he was actually born with a quirk, and his quirk is called Sliding Glide. What Sliding Glide does, he needs 3 points of contact on any surface for him to freely slide in any direction. The only downside of his quirk is that he has trouble braking and changing directions, and he can only go as fast as about a 1-speed bike. Mr. Nice Guy, the local do-gooder, uses the Sliding Glide quirk to pick up dropped items, to helping out with directions, and to even picking up trash, putting it where it belongs. Koichi absolutely loves the small-time work that he's doing, and he's even known in his neighborhood as Mr. Nice Guy from all his good deeds. But using your quirk out in public in the My Hero universe is illegal, and even if your quirk isn't harming anyone around you, you're still not allowed to use it. As shown early in Chapter 1 titled I'm Here, Koichi gets stopped by a police officer after getting caught sliding to work. Earlier in Chapter 1, Koichi bumped into some villains of the story, which caused them to get angry and attack Koichi. But he manages to sneak past them and get away, but then later on bumps into them in an alleyway, while Koichi is talking to a future team member named Popstep. Popstep has a quirk, and her quirk is called Leap. She pretty much can leap off any surface and land safely as long as she uses her quirk. Popstep ended up getting captured and held hostage by 2 of the villains. Koichi's inner hero then kicks in, and he thinks of this brilliant idea to help fight off the villains and to save Popstep. But the plan didn't go the way he wanted it to. Koichi was in a terrible situation with some of the nastiest villains he have ever encountered, threatening to do some very bad things to Popstep. Koichi has no clue what to do. The villains even taunt Popstep, telling her to scream for her hero, or even All Might himself. But crashing down from nowhere isn't All Might, but none other than Janitor of the Fist, Knuckle Duster. Knuckle Duster ends up saving the day and giving Koichi somewhat of a pep talk, because Koichi doesn't believe that without a cool or flashy quirk, you don't have what it takes to be a hero. But Knuckle Duster reassures them that what truly makes a hero is doing the right thing at the right time. Koichi then gains the confidence to help Knuckle Duster take out the remaining villains, allowing Popstep to use her quirk to get away. And after that moment, Knuckle Duster and Koichi created somewhat of a teacher-student relationship. Knuckle Duster then follows Koichi home and explains to him that he is now Koichi's master. Popstep eventually joins the crew too shortly after. Koichi's whole Mr. Nice Guy attitude changes as soon as he meets the pro hero Eraserhead, and a small scuffle turns into a full-on hero vs. villain showdown. A mysterious man injects himself with Trigger, a quirk-enhancing drug that our heroes in the story are trying to take out. Teaming up with Eraserhead to take out the Trigger-boosted villain, Koichi realizes that Popstep is falling and needs help. Koichi taking action and sliding off a building in order to use his body as a surface for Popstep, so she can use her quirk to leap and land safely. Koichi put himself in a lot of danger trying to save Popstep, but then again, that's what a true hero would do. And that's Koichi's nature. That is just how Koichi is. He's a hero deep down inside. In the early panels of Chapter 3, Nice Guy Reborn, Knuckle Duster tells Koichi that Mr. Nice Guy really isn't a name to take serious. Later on, as Koichi breaks up a street fight, then he lets everybody know that he is not known as Mr. Nice Guy anymore. He is now known as the Crawler. The Crawler takes on bigger jobs, not just picking up trash anymore. Koichi now, with his friends of Vigilantes, tries to clean up the streets of Trigger and try to put a stop to it. Although what Koichi does is good in a sense, what he is doing is highly illegal in his universe. A lot worse than using your quirk to slide to work. Koichi again is just a 19-year-old college student. Vigilanteism isn't his top priority, but it is definitely one of them. He cares about doing good in school and his job, because a do-gooder vigilante is still a lot different than being a pro hero. It's not that Koichi never tried to become a hero. He attempted to take the entry exam for the hero course, but he showed up late and wasn't able to take the exam. But that never stopped him from doing small-time hero work in his community. He really respects heroes, he even calls himself one of All Might's ultimate fanboys. Koichi had some very interesting runs and some important characters in the My Hero universe, and he learned something from each encounter. All in all, the Crawler is Koichi, a 19-year-old college student who lives a very interesting life. He ruined his college social life by embarrassing himself in front of his college peers early on, and never really made friends. He never made the friends that he wanted to make in school, but instead he found friends that he needed, Popstep and Knuckle Duster. Friends that shared the same interest in vigilante work, and cared about each other. Friends that helped each other out and make each other stronger, as heroes and as people. And that's pretty much how the Crawler came to be. Academia Vigilantes is a good series to read, especially if you're waiting impatiently for Season 4 of My Hero Academia to come out in October. My Hero Academia Vigilantes was an amazing read. Being that there's only 3 books in English, I really can't wait for the 4th one to come out. I'm really excited to read more about our vigilantes. Thank you again if you watched the video to the very end. This being my first video, I put a lot of time and effort into it, and I tried my best with the little resources that I had. Thank you again for watching, and I'm really excited to make more videos in the future.